Hello everyone, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 with the old one play stuff. Or it's short because of the errors I make, which I did in the last episode. I will come on to that. But what I also did is start to set up my Southern Distribution Hub, of which I'm now bringing crude oil all the way up to it, but then now I need to look to get that down to Hastings so it can bring oil back, and then the oil could be turned into fuel. But what I also did was added in a Northampton farm, which is bringing grain down into this distribution hub, and then that grain is going all the way down to Reading. And when I link up for food to be going out to various cities, then it will start to bring that back. But the error that I made was I have made this station bi-directional in that I have the two outer lines going in one direction and then the two inner lines going in the other, which is going to cause me problems. What I do need for it to do is to have a dedicated platform in and outs so that I will have to have some crossovers, but it will make life an awful lot easier for me to implement that. But what I also want to try and do is look to see how I can expand this station, which means I am going to have to put more down, more tracks down. But how many can I go? And still be able to build off this side of it. Platform. No. But if I put one there, can I build off that? Yes, so I think I'm going to have to make some drastic changes all the way through. So I want to make the most of the space that I have. You might think it's a bit too drastic, but I want to go to platform, track, to cargo platform, track, to cargo platform. Oops. Track, cargo, track, cargo. I think I might just track, leave it at that at the moment, and think about this. I want, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 products in that direction. I don't want to be sharing too many lines unless I absolutely have to. I do this. Now I can go to tracks, And then 2 tracks going here. Another 2 tracks. A bit more demolishing. Some more tracks in. The advantage is I do have where are you? The funds to do this at the minute. Which does remind me, hit play. No, don't hit play, because I've got to connect the autosave, connect all of these ups, back up. Now I can put in my platform. As quickly as I can. I can't add those in at the minute because I just need to delete these and back. Same on this side. Let's just delete you back. Go back in, some more configuration. This is going to be, and even more configuration. Do I want some cargo buildings? Oops, zoomed in a bit too far. 2, 3, 2, dum, dum, dum. Right. Now, crude oil and grain. Oh, logs. Right, so first of all, let's add a track coming out. So is keep it on level. Keep that on level. One, two, three. Let's extend you out a little bit. Bring you out. bring you out straight. So you are going to be going off in that direction. To you, I want going off in that direction as well. You're going to be initially I do the inside one as green, and that's going to be the green. So what I want to try and do is green coming in, going down, getting green, going up, getting green. And that is you. Then there's the food one. I want the food here. And there's also a grain up there. I want to try and limit the number of times these tracks cross over, because this, I think, I also need to change, because I've built this wrong as well. I just want to make this the 2. Oh, done that wrong. Okay. Let me just delete 2, and now let me go in and just delete some track. Purely so that I can configure this properly this time. That is going to be my grain to goods line, and potentially a little bit of a distribution in this area. To help me configure this, just going to add the pass-through lines on the outside. Let me just come out straight. There. Connect in here. And this side is the pass-through. Let me just bring you back, just so I can bring the curve in a little bit better. Now if I just connect you, pair up, and go in and configure and delete you. Oops. What's the point in deleting you? To add you straight back in. I can now just connect you up. Connect you there and connect you there. And this is going to have a crossover. So I have my two, so that's bread, grain bread, which is at the moment going to be into there. That's going to be my grain and bread line, which is now just going to pass right through. But we'll just delete these in a minute because we're just getting in the way and actually just doing a little bit of confusion. I just want you to connect directly in to there. Now that is giving me that grain line. You can go directly into here because you are now my crude oil line. So these are all going to be wrong. A deletion of all of those. They're all going to be in the wrong place. And let's do that again. So my signals are going to be the coming in one way, a yes. And there. Now it's return and in. Let's just do there. Aren't you going? So at least that's going to be correct. Same here. And then I can have, even though you're not stopping, let me undo that. Now I'm coming up here. That's just going to be passing in and out. You are going to be coming in on the right side. There's out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. It's out, in, out, in. It's a bit too short for that. That's in, out. You're going to hold there. Let's go in the bridge. Out, in, out, and in. A bit further down. outside of the tunnel. Again. And then knock it halfway between. Now the crude oil is on the correct line here, but what it will be incorrect in the station. You can use numbers 3 and 4, and you're okay. You can use numbers in here. You are going to be using numbers 6. No, you're going to be using 6, 5, and 6. That's correct. So where are you? You just need to move on to the correct line. Please let me get you moving. New for the moment. Let me just configure. Let's just do a little bit of configuration here. Just so I can now put stick you on there so I've got the connection. And I'll sort that out later. So you are now coming in. Now the next line I want to do is configure with a cargo. No. I want a line to come all the way down here to bring in the crude oil cargo terminus. 320, 2 platforms. Is that going to be in the right direction? Yes, it's giving me the connections I need. Bang. You're in. This is bring you straight out. I can now put the crossover on. Now, where do I want this to go? There is going to be a need for me to have a station outside of London to distribute the goods into London, which makes me think that this is going to have to move. Because what I need is the same way that I've done it's at what point do I do this? Because in the same way as I have got I want to come down here, across here, and I have a funny feeling that this station is going to have to get bigger. To cater for future demands with also street access. Let me just put street access there while it saves. And add a little bit in for turning. Left and right. I know why I built that road with the station. Let me delete. And I will put a bit of future planning there, because I expect that this is going to get finally going hey, road. Let's do this again. I want a little bit of a road coming off, and I want you on level. Now I want a bit of future planning. With a wide road there. Now I can put my station on here. At what point is it going to connect? There, so I'll just come back a little bit. Just make sure you look like you're on level. Yes. And we just configure you again with the tracks on the end. So I can now build my through line. And let me your terminus line here. And you're going off in fact. Just delete you out of the way a second. I'd like to have the lines straight purely so that I can get the crossovers in if I need to. You are going to be going straight across with, let's lift you up a little bit, drop you down a little bit. Don't want to clash. We will. Let me bring you in just before. Now, if I just add this, give it a little bit of a better bridge. And while I'm here, let me just change the bridge. Medium. Brick. Maybe lift it up a little bit. Make it look a bit prettier. I will leave it at that at the minute. If I need to change it, I will. Bring you over. Now, it's this line wants to come all the way down to here. Now, is that, am I doing the right one? Inside line, don't mind a bit of a tunnel. Oh, no. I'm not having a bridge to that length. Let's loop you in there. Now, how is this going to look? Where is it? Oh, it's all the way over there. Is that going to now connect in? Still connecting in. Right, so what I'm going to do is cancel that. Put a little bit of a track in there because that is where I want it to cross. Now connect you in. And it doesn't look quite so bad. We run you in. Oh, why am I on pause? The thing is broken. Oh, yes it is. All of those I'm going to have to try and find an alternative route through, which actually isn't going to be as bad as I thought, because let me bring you all back. Now let me connect you guys in. Connect you in there, and for the moment, let's bring you out going uphill. Let's bring you around. And yes, you are going uphill, but at least now you can connect. Without going over the top. Yes, so at least now you're going over, up and over. So you can now find your route A again. And you must be deleted back a little bit. Because you can connect let's reconnect you in just there. You're not going to complain as much. And don't like the look of that. What lumpy bumpies. Now it's the route of least resistance now. And this is going to be 2 lines, because I'm going to have the oil and fuel is going to come in. Let's bring you out straight for a bit. And then now you can loop around to connect in or not. You can connect in with the little bridge over the water. You're going to do the same. Bring you all the way down. And you are going to connect in. Now I want coming in. This is going to be the Hastings line. there, all the way in to there, and now I can look at bringing you in for starters. Now I need to get yes, I thought that was going to be a problem. I'll need to go from 1, 2, 3, what I might actually do is look at look to move you into this side. But the question is, no. If I do that, no. Might have to lose some of my tunnel. I might have to lose some of my tunnel. I do it like this. Go to there and say no tunnel. Build. No tunnel. And I want to go 1, 2, 3. Bring you around to there with bring you there with no tunnel. Can I do the same on that side? At least you can go and connect in. right, and I will put the depot on the end there now, so you can feed both lines, and it gives me room for expansion. What we'll do is at earth level, what construction messing around have I been doing? None. And I'm going to just delete those little bits that I put in there. Right, connect you up. If you're coming in, and let's just loop you across. Coming out of the depot and going in, I'm not too fussed about speed. But at least now I can go and buy a steam train, and I'll stick with a Baldwin again. Cargo wagons, and this is crude oil to oil. So let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's put you onto a new line, which is going to go from here all the way down to there. And this is an oil line. This is cargo rail, and it's oil to, well, it's crude. It's crude. It's what I'm delivering is going to be oil to Northampton. No messing about at either station, and you can use both, and you can use what can you use? You can use, you are the you can use 6, 8 and 8. What? Where? When? 6, 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Let me get some signals on. One-way signals. And the same. Let's put you on. I haven't implemented it on this side yet. And your signals are going to be there, there, and there. You should now be able to get across onto the correct line. What you're going to do is let's just put these in. Can go 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's get a few of these in on the route. It's not that important at the minute because I just stuck the one train on. Just to get the connection and going. Make sure that they don't stop over the road. Off there. And let's go there. What I didn't put on is the large buildings. Delete the road figure with the large one on the end. Another moment. One in there with the road. Straight road. Just delete you so I can put road in that I want. These all connect in. Which is what I want to see. you're all doodling along at the minute. Where's my train? Oh, that's getting quite busy. Bringing grain in. The next thing I need to think about is bringing this in. So you've got grain. That's okay. You've got grain there. You're picking up grain in both directions, but you're also bringing grain up for the factory, which I think at some point I might actually look to put another little station here. For that purpose. But I think for today, let me manage those vehicles and let's double them, well, stick 4 on. Crude oil. How am I doing down here? We are full. So let me duplicate that a few times and put 4 on. That's now going to bring even more crude oil back. That's crude oil to Northampton, and then this one will also need a stick 4 on there. You can then bring that oil back, and then I need to put a train on. No, there's a stick of Baldwin on again, not 2, and this is going to be at the minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to put 10 on, because that is a new line which is going to go from here to here, and you're connected up. Northampton is going to be station or platform 2 and 4, and in London did I forget to delete? There's the London. Did I forget? No. London. Is 1 and 2 with no messing about. But what I haven't done is the crossovers. That will be why you are complaining. No signal. Just there. That gets you in on that side, and up here it's the same issue. I don't have the crossover in. Why are you complaining? Crossover. Crossover. What I do need to do is extend before you start to complain. Platforms. Line 1 is manage the line is 2, 3, not 4. That should now be A-OK. What I do need to do is put my signals in there and there, and get some there and there, and also need signals in there. Now, what I am missing is my signals here, here. Two-way ones there and there. I haven't done a huge amount in this episode apart from rebuild my southern hub, rebuild my station down here, added a few more trains. I have now added my Hastings line, which is now going to, so I've got my crude oil coming down, crude oil from Portsmouth to Northampton, which is then going to take that crude oil down into Hastings. Hastings is going to bring back the oil, and then that oil is going to go down to London, where it can then get turned into fuel, which will then come back up to the distribution hub for distributing out to various cities, and then where I move more and more away from these long vehicle routes. On that note, I do hope you have enjoyed the episode and the fact that I made a mess of the stations, which I've now started to rectify. Don't teach an old dog new tricks. If you've got any tips, tricks or recommendations or suggestions on what I should do, what I should fix and how I should progress, then please do drop a comment below and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on the next episode. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching and goodbye for now.